The government intends to facilitate access to capital for ultra-micro businesses through the establishment of ultra-micro holding. So which state-owned enterprises are members of this holding, and how far has the holding process been? Let's examine it further through these following infographics. We can see in the first graphic the members of ultra-micro holding consisted of 3 state-owned enterprises. The first one is Bank Rakyat Indonesia or BRI, the second one is Pegadaian, and then Permodalan Nasional Madani or PNM as the third members of ultra-micro holding. And viewers, the impact of ultra-micro holdings on economic growth will not be seen immediately in the short term. Therefore, any ecosystem built by the government will not have a big impact if there is no public demand for ultra-micro or MSMEs. Nevertheless, it is hoped that the micro-holding rules can be issued and implemented as soon as possible, so that there will be significant changes. Meanwhile, in-depth economist Eko Listianto assessed that support for the development of the ultra-micro ecosystem is very much needed so that businesses can develop and advance. The ecosystem is expected to encourage more efficient financing with low interest rates. And still related to ultra-micro holdings, let's check the performance of BRI as a holding member with the largest valuation in the next graphic. In the next graphic, we can see the net profit of Bank Rakyat Indonesia in trillion rupiah. In first quarter of 2017, 6.6 trillion, 7.4 trillion in 2018, and then in the first quarter of 2019, 8.2 trillion rupiah, first quarter 2020, 8.2 trillion rupiah, and in the first 3 months of 2021 or the first quarter, Bank Rakyat Indonesia obtained 6.8 trillion rupiah net profit. And viewers, Bank Rakyat Indonesia will carry out a right issue and plan to deposit shares in forms other than cash by the government of Indonesia. With these 2 corporate actions, BRI will become the majority shareholder in Pegadaian and Permodalan Nasional Madani. And after this corporate action, the company's net profit is expected to increase rapidly from the position in the first quarter of 2021 at 7 trillion to 8 trillion rupiah, or an increase of 14%. If it is annualized, a BRI will be able to make a profit of 32 trillion rupiah per year. And not only for BRI, the presence of this holding is also expected to have a positive impact on Pegadaian and PNM. And let's check it out on the next graphic. And for Pegadaian and PNM, the expectations of this ultra-micro holding, we can see the expectations of Pegadaian. The first thing is it will encourage Pegadaian to be more prepared and strong in facing challenges including competition and business digitization. And the second one is it will be able to expand access for ultra-micro businesses and SMEs. And for Permodalan Nasional Madani or PNM, the system integration can optimize the role of PNM empowerment by reducing overhead costs by about 8%. And the ultra-micro holding will encourage underprivileged communities to have access to more structured funding in one ecosystem. And the ultra-micro holding also aims to accelerate the pace of financial inclusion, sustainable financing, and target 57 million customers. Of the total customers who want to be targeted, 30 million of them are believed to have no access to formal funding sources. In fact, 5 million of them are estimated to be under the shadow of moneylenders. However, the credit ratio for micro and small businesses looks quite stable throughout 2020. And to get it clearer, let's see it in the next graphic. So here it is, the ratio of micro, small and medium business loans in 2020 to total MSME loans. We can see in January, micro credit or micro loans 25.9%, and then the small 31.02%, and medium 43.08%, and on December 2020 0.65%, and small 32.36%, and medium 44.99%. The total ratio of business loans to total MSME loans in 2020. The data is taken from Bank Indonesia. And currently, access to financing services or lending in the ultra-micro segment is around 20%. So it still needs encouragement to spur national economic growth. And through holding, it is hoped that it will be able to provide modern financing schemes and no longer require collateral in lending, because on average, MSMEs do not have adequate assets. In the ultra-micro holding business model, the government, we can say, will boost business empowerment through PNM and business development through Pegadaian and BRI. And yes, viewers, hopefully with the presence of ultramicro holdings, there will be a strengthening of economic resilience and quality growth. And stay tuned.